Morning everyone, this is Peter from Strategic Market Direction. A new concept that I want to introduce into the market today. I have found that in the market we are trading blindly, mostly with micro indicators like the stochastics, MACD, RSI and so much more, without knowing really what the market intention is or what it wants to do. With this indication or indicators, I want to indicate and give you a feel of what the market intends to do in future. One thing I need to actually right up front say is this is not a signal service, this is not a microservice of trading service, this is for educational purpose and to help you get into the market and understanding which direction the market wants to move. Right in front of you, we'll see a chart with a couple of arrows on it, from small pink arrows to the yellow arrow. Now you will note that the yellow arrow indicates the bigger resistance line and normally a turnaround time for a specific currency or for whatever market we're looking at. The smaller arrows is giving us the smaller indications of smaller moves up and down, and so it's helped us finding the bigger resistance points as indicating also the smaller resistance points. Let's give this a go with an illustration with the S&P 500 market on a weekly basis. Note that we are here on the weekly basis. What you will note is that we see a yellow arrow on the S&P 500 and the arrow is moving down. It's giving us a resistance on this level here and it's actually moving up. So on a weekly basis, this market, the S&P 500, wants to make its way up till the point when it's going to turn around and go down. So let's look now at the daily chart and change our frequency to daily on the chart. On daily, it's indication and just reaffirm what the weekly is trying to tell us, that it want to go up with a yellow arrow that's on this side. The green arrow here indicates that it's not a big move that we can anticipate, but most likely will drill down to this white resistance line over here, where it will actually find a turning point and make its way up and higher. How much higher? You can use your Fibonacci, you can use all your micro indicators to help you with that indication and help you find the place where you want to be. Like I said, this is to give you an orientation of the strategic market direction. So S&P 500, for the immediate daily targets or indicators are that it wants to go a little bit down, but be careful that there's a 1 and 2 and a 3 leg here, so it will go up here a little bit to making a 5 and then go a little bit down with the ABC that's maybe following after that. And that's the view and picture of the S&P 500. You can drill down to lower levels to 4 hour and 1 hour, but that I do with my own unique trading way that I'm comfortable with. If we look at the second chart, and that is absolutely the Bitcoin chart, I want to show everybody, and I think let's start always with the week. I like to start with the week in mind to see what the weekly charts want to do. And here we will find that, and we all know the obvious, that there's a yellow arrow, meaning that that's a turning point, giving us a bluish, a very strong resistance point here, but not as strong as the yellow indicator, meaning that there's going to be a move up, a sizable move up, and then we can expect a move down again in terms of Bitcoin. So when we drill down to the daily frequency, we will note that the yellow arrow there, we will find a very wonderful thing. It's a yellow arrow here, so it's saying the chances of Bitcoin going up is getting better and better. With the right kind of arrow projections here and colors, it means that the next move we can anticipate is directly a move upwards. Caution again. This is not, the indicators are not, and the arrows does not tell us when to do something. It just merely gives us a bigger strategic direction of the market, and the arrows can change here and there. So what I'm saying is use now your micro system, your stochastics and MACDs, and start trading into the direction, strategic direction of the market for Bitcoin, which is going long at this time will be a much wiser decision than going short. If we just look for another instance, and I can actually do a brief indication of other indicators as well. If you look at, let's take for example, gold. I think let's focus for the next one on gold. Let me just find it, just a moment please. Sorry for the delay here. It's not that far. When you want to look for something, it's normally hiding. Let me just look here. While we're at it, we might as well start looking at crude oil as well. And crude oil, if we go down to the weekly basis, we can see that crude oil made a strong downward position. Then it's going up. It want to go up on a weekly basis until we get a blue arrow, so it looks like it want to go down and up again, and I will explain the down and up again on the daily chart. On the daily chart, you will find that we have a strong movement down after a yellow arrow, and we find another arrow here indicating that's a very strong and turnaround resistance. But because it's such a strong leg down, we expect this to come down all the way to here, so shorts might be in order for the moment, and then we will see this moving higher, crude oil moving higher again. So that's an overview of crude oil. So lastly, I want to show you what gold is doing, and then we can work from there. Again, this is market intention, strategic direction, telling you what the intention of the market is and not when the intention of the market is. So this is not an indicator where if I say there's an arrow that you jump in and you follow the arrow. The arrows is not the indicator, not the micro indicators. And I cannot reiterate this enough for everybody. So please use your normal strategic, your systems, and look at the strategic positioning of the market and play your signals when your trigger is happening on your charts. And I'm just looking for gold, as you can see. They've changed it. There we are. Gold. So this, what we're going to look at now is gold on a weekly basis. And the weekly basis, gold is in an interesting position. It says that gold is overall moving down on a weekly with the interim bluish arrow there indicating that it's actually trying to make its way up again up till we get a bluish arrow over here. How far the market will not tell us now, but that's the strategic intent of the market. If we drill down to a daily, how we're going to get there is the fact that we got the yellow arrow down here. We've got the bluish, a strong movement down. We got the bluish one there, and then we see a small red one, which indicates that the market can move up to there again, or it can just drop down. But it indicates on daily that a short on gold will be a better trade for the interim until we get the opposite arrow on this side. So I expect the market to do something like this, and then the market is going to do that in terms of gold at this day, at this point, at this moment as it stands. Normally with normal trading as what we can see. So that with this intention and with this idea, I want to leave you. I want you to give the opportunity to respond, and I will be back on a weekly basis at least. Have a nice one, everyone. Bye-bye.